It's time for Soo Eagles hockey on ESPN 1400. WKNW, Sault Ste. Marie's sports leader. Soo Eagles hockey is brought to you by Central Savings Bank, Arfstrom Pharmacy, Dean Garlinghouse Farm Bureau Insurance, Gaylor Thompson Sales and Service, M&C Water Systems, your local McDonald's, O'Connor's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Leeds Sports Center, Old Mission Bank, Reed Metals, Skidders of Pickford, and Roden Roth Motors. Now let's head to Pullar Stadium and join the voice of the Eagles, Scott Nason.
Greetings and salutations and welcome to Soo Eagles hockey on Hockey TV and ESPN 1400. My name is Scott Nason, broadcasting from Pullar Stadium on this Wednesday night, Northern Ontario Junior League hockey action, West Division play between the hometown Soo Eagles and the visiting Rayside Balfour Canadians. Our broadcast engineer, Alyssa Bradley, back in the ESPN 1400 studio. We're joined once again by color commentator Larry Pozzebon. And well, Poz, we're at it again after Saturday night's one-goal loss to the Soo Thunderbirds here at Pullar Stadium. The Eagles bounced back Sunday night to win a shootout victory over the Soo Thunderbirds 3-2. Taking on a very familiar foe in the Rayside Balfour Canadians, the team that knocked the Eagles out of the playoffs. Both teams only separated by 2 points early in the standings. And so here we go again, Larry, West Division battle, what you like to call a 4-point game.
It is a 4-point game. They're in our division, and you win this one, you gain on them. If they win, they're up there. All these games in your own division, I've said that before, and so have you. Any time in your own division, they're 4-point games because you can't afford really to lose against anybody, especially in your home rink. And I know last year, I tell you, Rayside used to take it to us in the playoffs. There's sometimes we would get lucky and come out ahead, but 6 games or something. What do we play? Eight against, or 6 against each, I think. 3 here, 3 there, and we always came out in a short stick. So let's see if we can get we can break even. Because I think we lost in last minute or something like that in Rayside, 3-2.
Yes. Yeah, it was a shootout loss, actually, in Rayside. So Eagles do get 1 point in that one. The Eagles come into tonight's game with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss, and 1 shootout loss. They have 6 points in 6 games played, 4th place in the West Division. And Rayside Balfour, they're in 2nd place in the West with a record of 4-2. Their last contest was on Friday. They defeated Espanola by the score of 8-3. They're chasing Blind River in first place with 11 points. Yeah, the Thunderbirds idle tonight. They're in 3rd with 7. So the Eagles, Larry, with a regulation victory over the Canadians, could pull into 2nd place. Again, it's very early in the standings, but we say it often. I say it all the time. You don't want to be chasing points in February. You want to get them while you can early in the season.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, you're right. But look at, you're in 4th spot and you get the 2nd.
That's right.
This is like leapfrog here.
One other game in the NOJHL tonight, Larry. Pretty light schedule in local sports. Hearst is at Timmins. Timmins still undefeated in regulation play. Larry, one of the things that we saw Saturday night, I don't think we're going to see it as much tonight because the temperatures have cooled down quite a bit after a little bit of a warm spell, but Pullar Stadium, built in 1939 at one of the older buildings around, and we saw a lot of fog that settled on the ice. We saw it, we've seen it all over the years.
Yeah.
And you were doing some research.
I did.
On fog. And so we're going to give you your meteorology
I've been told I've been in a fog a lot of time. Well, I was in Saturday right here, yes.
Yeah, and you were in a fog that day too. But you did some research about fog and maybe how to get rid of it. So
you're right.
The floor is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you. It's fog. If you saw the game last week, or even listened to us on the radio, it's not good for the players. It's not good for the fans here. It's not good for anyone. Even the fans at home, they got to go. Now we got to wait. A game drags on more time. We want to get these games over as quick as possible. Unless it's overtime, then you don't mind that. Or a shootout, you don't mind that. But the place needs dehumidifier.
I got one of those in my house.
Yeah, well, I have one in my house too. I looked into this research. There are 2 types that you can get. No, I'm not sure this is the right pronunciation. Desiccant dehumidifier or
easy
mechanical.
For you to say.
Yeah, dehumidifier, and they both get moisture out of the air. Moisture is caused by body temperature, humidity, like last week. When you're at home and you're boiling water for pasta, you open it up, the steam comes out, fogs up your window, your mirror, your eyeglasses. So that's what's happening here. So the city should look into put a cash fund, or even there's some money is set aside every year for the Pullar Stadium improvements. Look at purchasing. Get some engineering here. Come in and they'll look over the building and they'll say, hey, you know what, this is the type of dehumidifier you need in here, because we're going to get it now and we're going to get it in the spring. Because when the weather, we've been here in the playoffs, and we're not the only rink with this problem. So, I mean, let's improve this building. Look into that, please.
Larry, this is the 75th meeting between these two franchises going back to the 2004-2005 season, the 75th regular season meeting. The Eagles have a record of 37 wins, 32 losses, 2 overtime losses, and 3 shootout losses. Rayside Balfour did win the season series last year. Actually, they've won the last 2 seasons. The Eagles won the year before, but this is always a tough team to play, Larry. They got some big players, usually one of the more physical teams in years past, and we've seen a goaltender that did very well last year. He's back this year, had a little time with the Sudbury Wolves in the Ontario Hockey League. Number 34, David Bowen, who gets the start tonight for the Canadians. He's solid between the pipes.
He's good. He's a big kid, and he is a good goaltender. I'm not sure who he belongs to in the OHL, but I think he does belong to the Wolves, yeah? Okay.
You weren't listening. I just said Sudbury. You zoned out on me, Larry.
My head was someplace else. It was in the fog.
Exactly.
In the fog. Now, his dad broadcast the Maple Leaf hockey games.
You got to meet him last year. He came up to the broadcast booth, one of the games you weren't here.
Right.
I want to say hello to Joe Bowen if he's watching back on Hockey TV. Bowen's record right now, Larry, 3-1 with a goals against average of 2.11 and a save percentage of .94. And not to be outdone, goaltender of the week in the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League, the Eagles starting goaltender Shane Brancato got 2 wins over the weekend. He's got good numbers, 2-2 and 0-1. Goals against average of 2.88 and a save percentage of .923. Both goaltenders off to good starts. And, in this league, Larry, you need good goaltending. Any hockey league, you need good goaltending.
Yeah, good offense is started by a good defense. And your defense and your goaltender, they're the defense on your team. So good offense is having a good defense.
We're going to take a break here on our pregame show on ESPN 1400 and Hockey TV. We come back, we're going to look at the scratches tonight for both the Eagles and the Rayside Balfour Canadians and talk more about this West Division showdown between the hometown Eagles and the visiting Rayside Balfour Canadians. You are watching Soo Eagles hockey on Hockey TV and listening on ESPN 1400.
Let's get back to the arena for more Soo Eagles hockey on ESPN 1400.
Back at Pullar Stadium on this Wednesday night, Scott Nason along with Larry Pozzebon on Hockey TV and ESPN 1400. Larry, let's look at the scratches for tonight's game. First of all, for the visiting Rayside Balfour Canadians, players not in the lineup tonight include number 9, Zachary Snow, and number 77, Zachary Giroux. For the Soo Eagles, players not in the lineup include number 2, Cam Parrott, number 7, Steven Smoody. He's serving the first of a 2-game suspension for a late-game altercation on Sunday against Mr. Bazarin. Number 11, Jacob Bumbacco, also not in the lineup for the Soo Eagles tonight. Number 20, Owen Shire. Those are the scratches tonight for both squads. And a brand new player, Larry. I didn't have him on my roster, but we found out that the Eagles did pick up another player, number 19, Bryce French. I'll try to look him up during the intermission to see what his story is, but it's very early, Larry. We've only seen the Eagles for a game, and one of the things Coach Doug LaPrade talked about in media reports this past weekend is, and it's something that you talk about quite often, Larry, is 60 minutes of hockey and getting a consistent effort, for your squads, and sometimes that's hard to do during the early season. Okay, well, you just got to keep talking, Larry. Okay. Live radio.
Okay.
So consistent efforts for both squads, Larry.
Yeah, you're right. I watched this number 19 because I knew he was new. I knew he was new.
You want to start over tonight?
No. He's a left-handed shot. I know that much, and he looks like he's got a good wrist shot, but we'll see. He's a big kid, too. He's not he's got to be close to 6 feet, I bet. I was having a problem hearing you there because when...
Are we clear now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What else you got?
Nope. I'm letting you go to town now.
Well, I appreciate that. I want to say hello to all the folks watching on Hockey TV and also listening on ESPN 1400. One of the things we like to do on our broadcast, we've been doing this for several years, Larry and I, before we were on the radio, is we like to interact with the fans, either watching back at home on Hockey TV or maybe even listening. The way you can do that is by going to Twitter. You can tweet me at snason2013. Again, that's snason, Nason 2013. Let us know what you think about the broadcast, the game, who you're watching, where you're watching, and just overall thoughts in general. I won't send out any tweet storms like our president does here from time to time, but I will give shout-outs, including to Steve-O, watching in Auburn, California, cheering for number 24, Jake Lamberty. Also say hello to Big Lenny and Little Hawk and Sweet Patty in Arizona. He says, hi, guys. Funny story about that, Larry. I was getting my hair cut. Now, that's a funny story on its own.
Yeah, it is.
Because of male pattern baldness that runs in my family. But right next to me, Jake Lamberty and his mom were there. And, well, he was there a lot longer than I was. I can tell you that
Those
much.
young guys got too much hair.
They sure do. Also want to say hello to Stephen Orfanos, who's watching at the pub tonight. He's watching on his phone. He's already got a guess for the attendance tonight, Larry. I'm impressed. So,
Steve,
again,
I missed you last year, and let's keep it that way, okay?
Exactly. Again, you can find that at snason2013. Tweet us, let us know what you think about the broadcast. Larry, our next game here at Pullar Stadium will be a week from Friday, October 4th, as the Soo Eagles will host the Soo Thunderbirds. Eagles will not have a game this weekend. As a matter of fact, they're going to have 9 days off before that one, which is their next game. So, Larry, when you get that long of a layoff off, you want to win that game going into that layoff because otherwise it could be a long 9 days of practice.
Well, yeah, you know what? And you get stale in practice, too, for 9 days. Wow, you know, I mean, kids will probably want to go home.
Let's go to the starting lineups from Bob St. Peter before we go to break for our anthem. Sometimes it takes Bob a while to get our starting lineups, but Bob will
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the home of Hockeytown, USA, Pullar Stadium. Tonight, your Soo Eagles take on the Rayside Balfour Canadians. This is the home of Eagle hockey. We're going to start with the starting lineup for the visiting team, the Canadians. In goal, number 34, David Bowen. On defense, number 8, Joel Monjun. On defense, number 19, Dylan Bertram. At forward, number 14, Brady Matthias. At forward, number 22, Oliver Smith. At forward, number 27, Jet Lishman. The head coach for the Canadians, Dan Como. The assistant coaches, Jaron Beljo.
Everybody having trouble tonight, Larry.
Trainers are Gillette Trottier and Jeff Forsythe.
He got Como because I told him.
Oh, your starting lineup for your Soo Eagles. In goal, number 29, Shane Brancato. And on defense, number 19, Bryce French.
Oh.
And on defense,
got him in the starting lineup.
Number 5, Hayden Clark.
He's not starter.
At forward, number 9, Tommy Bryce.
They switched it up on you, Larry.
At forward, number 12, Caleb Wood. At forward, number 6, Blake Vaca. The head coach for the Eagles, Doug LaPrade, the assistant coach and general manager.
All right, we're going to go to our final break in our pregame show. We come back, we'll have the start of this West Division class between the Soo Eagles and the Rayside Balfour Canadians. You are listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on ESPN 1400.
Now, let's get back to Soo Eagles Hockey on ESPN 1400.
Welcome back to Soo Eagles Hockey on Hockey TV and ESPN 1400. Scott Nason, Larry Pozzebon here at Pullar Stadium. Our broadcast engineer, Alyssa Bradley, back in the ESPN 1400 studio. Our cameraman, Rob Hort, here at Pullar Stadium. And Larry, we're here.
Our musician?
Our musician, Josh Horn, who I also found out is coaching 4th grade basketball this year. How about that?
Right, yeah.
So here we go. The Eagles will be in their home black jerseys with the gold trim. The Canadians in their road white jerseys with the blue trim, and we're underway here at Pullar Stadium. First of 8 regular season meetings between the Eagles and the Canadians. Wood with the puck for the Eagles. In the neutral zone, he'll put it behind the net. Again, goaltenders tonight. Number 34, David Bowen for the Canadians, and number 29, Shane Brancato for the Eagles. Now here come the Canadians, 3-on-2. Leishman drops it. Chance here, shot, save Brancato on the shot by Joel Mongeon, and a quick shot and a save for the Soo Eagles.
Good save there by Brancato. He was kind of screened, and he had to. Leishman fooled the defenseman, and he dropped that puck back, and he got a good shot off.
Face off to the left of Brancato. Quinn, we didn't see him in the last game. He's going to take the draw for the Eagles. We've got a few more hellos to say. Speaking of that, nice timing there. Want to say hello to Chris and Linda Quinn watching from Chicago. Good to hear from both of them. Looking forward to both of y'all coming up. Want to say hello to Daniel Clark, who we saw here last weekend. Just got home to watch the best 2 commentators on hockey TV. Dan, flattery will get you everywhere on this broadcast. Want to say hello to Jim and Vicky down in Houston, the Portlocks. Back to hockey action. Martin, the slot for the Canadians. Oh! Deflected, I think, off an Eagles player, and Brancato never saw it. It goes between his legs. And 50 seconds into this game, Larry, Canadians strike first. They lead 1-0.
I know Shane would like to have that one back.
Yeah.
He was going the other way, I think, and puck went the other way.
Wasn't much of a shot.
No, it wasn't.
It had eyes, and it found the back of the net. And so the Eagles behind 1-0. They've trailed in a lot of games lately. They trailed against the Thunderbirds 2-0 on Sunday. They would come back. They trailed 2-0 here Saturday. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. Canadians with the 1-0 lead. Now here's the Canadians again with it in the slot. Houseman
goal scored by number 15, Michelle Martin. Unassisted.
So an unassisted goal by Martin, and it's 1-0 Canadian. Now the puck goes down the ice. No icing. Bowen will play it behind his own net. Now to the near boards. Canadians with it. Vachon clears it to center. Now Houseman across the blue line. Houseman in. Pass. Ooh.
Good
nice job
checking
there. Yeah, Scarella back checks that one. Now here's Orfanos with it. Orfanos had a poke checked away at center ice. Now picked up by the Canadians. Hatanaka with it. Hatanaka's shot and a glove save by Brancato. No bust legs for the Canadians, Larry. They've come out strong here earlier in this one.
They have. They're looking good right from the start here. They put the Eagles behind the 8 ball, scoring that goal with 50 seconds just gone in the first period. Eagles got to dig themselves out of a hole here and get going.
Shots 4-0 Canadians early. Brown will take the draw for the Canadians. That was Ryan Dax, number 23 for the Eagles. Canadians win the draw. Puck at the blue line. Now broken up by the Eagles at center ice. Folk now at his own blue line. He loses his balance. Now Dax across the blue line. Dax with it. Backhand shot. That goes wide. Looking for Price. Now Ali wraps it off the boards. Near side at the point. That's Dresch. Our first look at number 28 for the Eagles, Nolan Dresch. Now that puck shot back down to the Eagles zone. Brancato leaves it behind the net for Ali. Now Ali lost it. Here's a chance for the Canadians. Puck loose in the slot. Brown can't come up with it. Now he does. Along the near boards, Eagles clear the zone. Off the boards, Price on the right wing side. Played off the boards, Eagles go for a line change. 17:30 to play in this first period. 1-0 Canadians. And now we have a save by Bowen, and he'll hold. And we'll have a face-off in the Canadians' end.
Shot by number 19 there, Bryce French. That were coming in on left-handed shot, coming in off the right side.
So now Vaca will take the draw for the Eagles. You have Vaca, Wood, Weiss, Clark, and French on defense. Now Clark keeps that puck in momentarily. Maltese picks it up for the Canadians. He'll shoot the puck into the Eagles' end. Small crowd here on a Wednesday night. These midweek games normally don't get the biggest crowds of the year, but it's still early. Now puck taken by the Canadians. Leishman's shot hits a player in front. That was French. Now the Canadians still control the puck. Maltese with it. Maltese has French draped over him. He'll keep the puck in over in the far corner. Canadians pressuring. That pass goes through. Intercepted by Buise. Now nice headman pass up to Wood. Wood gets around one. Wood with the chance of shot, and a save there by Bowen. Kind of ran out of real estate there. Now Clark keeps it in, deflected by Quinn. That goes wide. Wood and Lamberty. Lamberty over in the far corner. Now Wood trying to get that puck. Canadians come up with it. Still have the puck in their own zone. Now they'll clear it to center. That's Chisholm. Over to DeGrazia. Broken up by Quinn in the Eagles zone. Now French with it. Gets it up to Lamberty. Lamberty's pass. Nice one. Gets it to Praisner. Now Praisner's shot. Gloved down by Bowen. Trickles to the near boards. Lamberty puts it behind the net. Praisner back there. Broken up by Christopher Clark, number 3 for the Canadians. Puck still in the Rayside end. Praisner over in the far corner. Praisner now turns around. Plays it over to Lamberty behind the net. Lamberty tried to get it in front. He does. Quinn whiffs on it. Puck still loose. Quinn still trying to get a handle on it. Finally taken away by the Canadians to center ice. DeGrazia across the blue line. Nice job by Boulware to ride him out of the play. Now Lamberty has it again. He's been out there a while. Still got some fresh legs. Lamberty across the blue line. Lamberty's shot. That one trickles to the near side. Picked up by Belanger. Now Martin has it across the blue line. Martin puts it through. Goes wide. Scarella. Back and forth we go. Lamberty's been out there a long time. He's going to go back to the bench. The Eagles go for a line change. Shots 5-2 in favor of the Canadians. They lead 1-0. 5 minutes gone by in this first period. Now Orfanos, right below our broadcast position. Martin picks it up for the Canadians. Passes it to center ice. Houseman chases Ali. Now puck in the neutral zone. Shot back in. Ali with it. Pass near side. Now center ice. That's Eggleston. Eggleston now crossed the blue line. Tried to put it in front. Orfanos. Puck was bouncing. Now Skrella tries to put a shot. That one blocked. And here come the Canadians. Vashon across the blue line for the Rayside. Now Vashon with it. Puts it in front. Broken up. And here come the Eagles. No. Yes, they have it. Back and forth we go. Eggleston across the blue line. Eggleston flip pass. Shot. Price. That one goes wide. Adanaka rides Price off the play a bit. Now Rayside with it. End-to-end action here early, Larry.
This is very good here.
Now Bowen will hold with 14-10 to play in this first period. Eagles getting in this game a little bit, but they trail 1-0.
I'm surprised Bowen holding that puck. You think he was tired or something. He hasn't had much to do, I'll tell you. This is a fast period right now.
Yeah. Eagles starting to settle in after a little bit of a shaky start.
Well, they had to settle in, or else the Canadians will be running all over them.
Now Dax takes the draw for the Eagles, won by the Canadians. Brown, pair of 23s there. Now shot right back in by Clark. Taken away by the Canadians. That's Brown across the blue line. Loses the puck. Price picks it up. The Sioux Michigan native. Flips it to center. Now Dax across the blue line. Dax with a shot. Glove save there by Bowen. Portlock was right there on the rebound. And so you got some brothers on this line, Larry. You got Bobby Price and Kyle Portlock.
Okay. I'm not sure how that works.
No, both.
You're saying brothers?
Well, yeah, they're brothers.
Okay.
It's when you're related to somebody from biological mothers and fathers and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I just
do we need to have some anatomy lessons here, Larry?
No. I just was surprised that I didn't know that.
Yes.
But
yeah, well, we found that out on the last broadcast.
I wasn't here. Remember?
I'm wondering if you're here tonight, Larry. Come on now, snap out of it.
I was at a wake here before I came here tonight.
Well, you should have said something. Now I feel like crap for saying that. Now shot down the ice. No icing. Clark picks up the puck for the Eagles. Shots 5-4 in favor of the Canadians. They lead 1-0. 7 minutes gone by in the first period. Maltese with the puck. Makes the move around Vaca. Now Maltese flips it over. Broken up there by the Eagles. And Brancato will make the save.
You know, I was talking to someone earlier this year, and he said this is the first time we've seen Rayside, and this individual saying they've got a good team. He says they move that puck, they break out of their own zone well, and they got some speed, and they're proving it tonight. Now I'm believing what I heard.
Face-off won again by the Canadians in the Eagles zone. Boulware On the near side, Lamberty now cleared to center. DeGrazia for the Canadians. Rayside with the puck in their own zone. Now that one's going to go down the ice. They wave that one off.
They waved that one off too. Oh.
Brancato stops that one behind his net. Now puck taken by Quinn. Quinn will play both defense and forward for the Eagles. Now Martin with the puck for the Canadians. Martin with a shot. Save, rebound, puck loose. As Canadians getting all sorts of pressure. Now Mongeon at the blue line. Plays it on the near side. Now the Canadians put it right in front of the net. Broken up by Praisner, and he's just going to clear the zone. Mongeon gets to DeGrazia. DeGrazia now has a step on Dresch, but he recovered nicely. Now Quinn behind his own net. Over the far boards, Praisner. Belanger. Canadians with the puck. Off the boards. Picked up by Harris. Tucker Harris, our first look at him, number 4 for the Eagles. He didn't play on Saturday either. Now the Canadians with the puck. Leading by 1. 11:40 left in this first period.
We've had a number of Harrises play on this team.
We have. That's a popular last name.
Yeah.
Bertrand plays the puck in his own zone. Now here's Hatanaka, number 74. Now Hatanaka lost an edge. Chance in front. Shot. Save Brancato with the pad. Rayside getting a lot of shots right in front of the Eagles' net, Larry. The Eagles' defense got to get those guys out of there.
Yeah, they got to start moving bodies or holding their sticks. And by holding, I mean taking their sticks out of the play.
Want to say hello to Don, Stephanie, and Chloe Supa listening on the radio tonight on ESPN 1400. It's a school night, so these games can be a little late. So look forward to seeing you guys next Friday here against the Thunderbirds. Week from Friday, I should say. Now puck at center ice. Ali shoots it in. Bowen behind his own net. Eagles with a chance in front. Price. Oh, and did the defenseman get a stick on that?
Somebody
I think they did. Dupuis. Price found himself wide open after Bowen went to play that puck. But the credit number 24 there, Matthew Dupuis, with a really good play. Just got in the way of that one.
I think Bryce waited too long.
Yeah.
You want that one back, too.
Yeah, Vicky Portlock, they're stepbrothers, Portlock and Bryce, like the movie. They've grown up together since Bobby was a very little boy. So
oh, yeah? Oh, good.
Thanks for the clarification, Vicky. I was there, but took Larry a little while. Now a chance in front. That one broken up. Another shot. Right now, Rayside all over the Eagles. Shot goes wide by Chisholm. Over to Bobby Price. Now Price flips it up. Glove down by Chisholm. Chisholm now across the blue line for Rayside. Gives it to Brown. Poke checked away. Now the Eagles come up with it. Dax. Nice pass to Blees. Could be a 2-on-1. Blees across the blue line. Over to Dax. Dax in. Shot. Oh, he hits the post. Gorgeous setup, and Dax did everything right except put it in. That one went right off the post. So the Eagles almost tie this game, Larry. Nice play, but that post sometimes gets in the way.
Yeah, we had that last week happen to us, too.
Want to say hello to Dan Lasley tonight. He informs us, Larry, we're talking about the Sioux Indians AAA squad. They're taking on the Tri-State Spartans this weekend at Taffy Able Arena, Saturday at 9:30 and 9:30 a.m., 5:30 p.m., and Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Taffy Able Arena. And you have a relative on that team.
No, he's not on the team. My nephew is helping the team out. He was coaching with them last year, but this year he's just helping out.
Now a shot by Clark. That one goes behind the net, and the net goes off the moorings. And we'll have a face-off with 10:05 to play here in the first period.
Some line changes by both teams after this little break. By the net coming off.
When we go to the media timeout, Larry, we didn't have the PA for before the game. There was a moment of silence for a couple veteran coaches that had a lot to do with local sports. We'll talk about that on the media timeout.
Okay.
Now puck back in the Eagles' end. Clark gets it up to Lamberty. Lamberty rink wide pass to French. Now French across the blue line. Shot blocked by Mongeon. Behind the net. Bertrand has it. Now the Canadians clear it to center. Leishman trying to get around French. Now Leishman gets hit by French. As French likes to hit.
Yeah, this is about the third hit that he's thrown twice in this shift, and I saw him throw one earlier.
Now Praisner flips it into the Canadians' end. Raph Praisner scored a goal in that Thunderbirds game on Sunday. The Eagles would win that one in a shootout. Now Martin for the Canadians across the blue line. Martin in, his shot, that goes high. Puck along the near boards, Noanjon. In the Eagles' end. Now Eggleston trying to clear it. Now he gets it behind his net. Eggleston still has it. Monjon on him. Puck's been in the Eagles' end a lot of this first period. Now Lamberty's pass off the board. Scarella finds it. Scarella in. Scarella! And
you're going to have a penalty here.
Yep, got tripped up a bit there by Christopher Clark, and the Eagles look to go on their first power play, 8:50 to play in this opening period, 1-0 Rayside, but the Eagles get the extra man advantage.
Eagles weren't very productive on their power play last weekend, so let's hope they can start it going now.
And of course, I believe, Larry, if there's where the immediate timeout should be, if there's a special teams or power play opportunity, they don't take the immediate timeout.
You're right.
So here we go, Eagles with the power play.
To number 3, Christopher Clark. 2 minutes, hooking.
So hooking the call, Eagles on the power play. Wood in, Wood shot, that one deflects wide by Vachon. Now French on the power play as well. Now French trying to keep that puck in, the Eagles do. Wood near point. Eagles try to set it up, now Wood dumps it, Buise over. That one broken up there by the Canadians' Chisholm. 30 seconds gone on the power play. Now Ali at the point. Over to Buise. He gets knocked down. Canadians come out with it. Ali with the big hit on Hatanaka. Vachon across the blue line for the Canadians. Vachon in shot. Brancato with the save. Here come the Eagles. Eagles with the puck at center ice. That's Wood. He gets around Dupuis. Across the blue line. Wood to Buise in the slot. Shot. Glove save there by Bowen. Good opportunity for the Eagles. Eagles still control the puck. A minute gone on the power play. Vaca near point. Over to the far side. Ali shot. That one sticked aside by Bowen. Then we'll go all the way back to center. French now. Backhand pass to Vaca at center ice. Now broken up by the Canadians, and they'll shoot it in. Bouncing puck saved by Brancato. Now the Eagles still with 40 seconds left on the power play. Clark across the blue line. Now Clark still has it. Waits for players to come off the bench. Fraser now winds and fires. That one goes wide. Near side, Clark pinches in. Now back to the point. Quinn. 25 seconds left on the power play. Now Quinn shot deflected. Save there. Trickles just wide. Price now lost the puck as he gives it to Dupuis. And it looks like that will pretty much do it for the Eagles' power play, but they had a couple good scoring opportunities. Much better puck movement than Saturday, Larry.
You're right, yeah. Lamberti just missed that opportunity there.
So that'll do it for the power play. Eagles 0 for 1. 6:50 to play in this first period. 1-0 Rayside. Now puck shot back into the Canadians' end. Chisholm has it. Number 6 plays it to center ice. Off the bench, that's Scarella. He scored a goal on Saturday night here. Puck in the neutral zone. Maltese has it for the Canadians. He'll dump it in. Puck behind the net. Brancato leaves it for Boulware. Now Chisholm at the point. His shot deflected high. That's going to be a high stick, so that'll bring the face-off outside the zone, Larry.
You're right on, Scott.
Thank you. 6:17 to play here in this first period. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Just one game in the NLJHL, and it's scoreless after one period of play between Hearst and Timmins. And Larry, before the game, and I heard this earlier today.
Here's our media timeout now.
We heard over the past day or so passing of a couple local sports legends, coaching legends and such. Red Suggett, who had a lot of involvement with local sports out of the Rudyard area. He has a softball field named after him. He did a lot for sports in this area. And somebody I know quite well, and actually I saw very recently, former head coach of the Sioux High Blue Devils, actually one of the first coaches of the Lake Superior State College Lakers back in the day. Might even been Sioux Tech then. Fred DeVono. Coach DeVono passing over the past couple days, and he was a guy that would come to a lot of hockey games. I'd always see him here at the Eagles games, talk to him between periods. He was my driver's ed instructor. He taught so many people how to drive in this town and he was still doing it up until this summer. And I'll never forget this. I played hockey, Larry, not very well, but I was in house league, and I remember Coach DeVono talking about my hockey, and he said, I'm going to do my Coach DeVono-isms because those that know me know I do a good one. They're like, Nason, you got one of the best hockey minds I've ever seen. You know what to do out there, and you know where to go. Unfortunately, you don't have the athletic talent to match that, so I'll never forget that. He sent me to the penalty box a few times, and so
you're a nasty, dirty guy, were you?
No, that's what he's. So our thoughts and prayers go to the Suggett and DeVono family in all seriousness. Loss of a couple
Fred
legends.
Too, yes.
Back to hockey here as Eagles with the puck, trailing by the score of 1-0. 6 minutes to play here in the first period. Chisholm passes it over. Now a shot. Glove save Brancato. Rebound picked up there by Maltese. Now another shot. That one goes wide. Shots 11-9 in favor of Rayside. They lead 1-0. Canadians now with the puck. Another shot. Brancato save. Rebound, and Harris got that one out of there as that puck was laying dangerously. Canadians with the puck. Buise at center ice. Now the Eagles, bad pass, broken up there by DeGrazia. Pass off the boards to himself, still has the puck. Canadians going for a line change, so they're late to get out. Now Rayside with it, behind the net, that's Martin. Canadians still with some pressure. Now the Eagles come up with it. Wood in front of his own bench, clears the zone.
Boy, we're having a hard time handling that puck.
Picked up by Martin. Now Martin, he gets knocked down, and that's going to be a penalty. And so the Canadians will go on their first power play. Fans don't like it.
I don't think so.
Larry doesn't like it.
No.
Rob Horn doesn't like it. Rayside does. They're going to go on the power play leading by one.
Caleb Wood doesn't like it neither. He's going off. He's calling a hook on that. That wasn't a hook.
So face-off will be to the left of goaltender Shane Brancato, the NLJHL goaltender of the week. He made over 100 saves this weekend. 2 victories and looking good in net. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter on the Eagles penalty.
Eagle penalty to number 12, Caleb Wood. 2 minutes, hooking.
So hooking the call on Wood. Canadians on the power play. Mongeon's pass over to the far side. That's Brown. Now Brown behind the net for the Canadians. Off the boards to Mongeon at the point. Mongeon back to Brown. Eagles trying to get that puck. Now Dupuis has it. Dupuis' pass to Brown on the near side. Now Mongeon winds and fires, deflected. Broke a stick. Might want to go to fixyourstick.com. Now here's the Canadians with it. Back to the point. Hatanaka. Over the far side, Dupuis. 40 seconds gone on the power play. Brown, Dupuis. Back to the point. Hatanaka, near side Clark. Over. Dupuis, shot, save, rebound. Prazer, nice job to fire that one out.
Eagles make a change.
Now quickly back down the ice. Hatanaka has it. Minute gone on the power play. Back to the point. Hatanaka. Over to Dupuis. Now Hatanaka in the slot. His shot goes off an Eagles player. Deflects into the netting. And we'll have a face-off in the Eagles zone.
We'll be inside, yes.
3:53 to play in this first period. Pretty good action here, Larry, back and forth, and Eagles have settled in a bit.
It's been a good hockey game, really. Even though we're down 1-0, the Eagles, that is, it's been good.
Face-off won by the Canadians. Mongeon with it. Shot, hits a player in front. That was Boulware. Eagles trying to get that puck. Now Maltese held up a bit. Gets it to Smith. Now back to Mongeon. Over to the far point. Mongeon gets it back, center. Now that puck deflects, goes in the far corner. Now Boulware trying to get it out of there. Canadians still hold the possession. Siren over to Leishman. Now Leishman's pass, trying to find a player breaking to the net. Couldn't, broken up. 15 seconds left on the power play. Canadians still have the puck behind the net. Now Rayside with it, Leishman near corner, back to the point, Chisholm. Chisholm's pass deflected by Dax. And the Soo Eagles player will come out of the box. So both teams unsuccessful on their first power play. Now the Eagles with the puck. Broken up at center ice. Now Wood across the blue line. Wood in, shot. Bowen right there. He shot it right into his logo on the front. Now we have Siren and Woods having some discussion. Disagreement, I might say.
Woods had a couple opportunities today. Just that I think they're fighting the puck. The Eagles right now. It keeps it or bouncing so much for them. I mean, it's bouncing for Sudbury or for Rayside, but boy, oh boy, the Eagles are having more difficult with it than I think the Canadians.
Eagles win the faceoff. Dresch at the point shot, and Bowen right there to make the save.
He also had 3 of his players in there to help him out with only 1 Eagle in front of the net.
We'll have Sioux Greyhounds hockey and our sister station Rock 101 Friday night at home, as the Hounds will take on the Kitchener Rangers. Jerry Liscombe Jr. will have the call around 6:35, 6:40 on Rock 101, and then the Greyhounds will be at Saginaw Saturday night. We'll also have that game on Rock 101. Face-off won by the Canadians. That's Bertrand. Gets it up to Martin across the blue line. Now Martin trying to find a player in front. Broken up by the Eagles. Here's Buise one-on-one. Buise across the blue line. Buise tried to make the move. Lost the puck. Got a weak shot on net. Now here the Eagles with it. Chance in front. Goes back to the point. Dresch. Now Dresch fires. Save. Bowen rebound. Another save. As that was Vaca with the opportunity. Vaca still has the puck. Eagles are now out shooting the Canadians. Ali with it. Plays it down low. That's Vaca. Now Vaca had that one broken up by Clark. It's the official over in the far corner.
He's been in the way a lot
he has
tonight.
been, yeah. Now back to the point. Dresch keeps it in. Quick shot. Bowen again with the save. Rebound over. Eagles still control. Wood puts it in front. Puck bouncing again right over Vaca's stick and goes into the neutral zone. 2 minutes left in the first period. 1-0 Rayside. Canadians with the puck in their own zone. Now picked up by Martin. Martin's pass broken up there by French. Chisholm picks it back up.
Oh.
Now Chisholm puts it in front. A shot. That goes wide. Mongeon with it. Plays it off the far boards. Or to Vaca. As Vaca's going to shoot that one down the ice.
They're calling icing.
And that'll be icing with 1:22 left here in the first period.
I'll tell you, Bowen's playing solid in there. The Eagles come back from being down 4 shots below, and now they're up by 2, 15-13.
High school football on our family of stations here at Sovereign Communications. We'll have the EUP Game of the Week on our sister station, Oldies 93. With Matt Pocket Friday night, the undefeated Brimley Bays will take on the Cedarville Trojans. Matt will have the call of that one Friday night around 6:45. Now puck in the Eagles' end. Picked up by French. Orfanos. I want to say hello to Stephen Orfanos watching in the pub. By the fire.
Can't be cold down there.
No. It will be, though. A minute left here in the first period. Canadians with the puck. Clearing it to center. Shots now 15-13 in favor of the Eagles. As they have the puck at center ice, here's Eggleston across the blue line. Eggleston with the puck, waiting. Now he'll keep it, far corner. Plays it behind the net to Orfanos. Now Orfanos gets hit there by Siren. He gives it right back to Siren.
Good hit by
Orfanos, clean hit and a good one. Puck picked up by the Canadians. 30 seconds left here in the first. That's shown across the blue line. Boulware just gets in his way. I like what Boulware is doing in this first period, Larry. Real physical on the defensive end. Play the body. Orfanos across the blue line. He puts a shot. Bowen will glove that one down as now Houseman and Orfanos will tangle up. And so starting to see the teams getting used to each other, for lack of a better term.
Well, both guys played against each other last year and probably the year before, so they're familiar with each other out there. Maybe they don't like each other, so they're familiar with each other.
They got a beef, Larry, is what you're saying.
Not me.
13.9 seconds left here in the first period. Face off to the right of Bowen. Canadians win the draw, rather. Siren plays that one off the boards. Quinn with it. Gets it to Praisner. Tried to put it in front. Sticked aside by Bowen. 5 seconds left. Lamberty back to Boulware. Boulware with the shot. And gloved down by Bowen. And that'll do it for the first period. The Rayside Balfour Canadians won. The Sioux Eagles nothing. Shots on goal in that first period. 17-13 in favor of the Sioux Eagles. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap the scoring. Give us our thoughts on the first period. You're watching Sioux Eagles hockey on Hockey TV and listening on ESPN 1400. Welcome back to Sioux Eagles hockey on Hockey TV and ESPN 1400. Scott Nason back at Pullar Stadium on this Wednesday night. Our score after one period of play here at the Pullar, the Rayside Balfour Canadians won. The Sioux Eagles The Canadians got on the board very early. Matter of fact, it only took them 50 seconds to get on the board as Mitchell Martin scored his second goal of the season. An unassisted goal at the 50-second mark. It was a shot that didn't have a lot on it, but it deflected off an Eagles player, just ended up going between the legs of Shane Brancato. The Canadians dominated the first about 4 or 5 minutes of this game, but the Eagles would have many scoring opportunities later in the first period. They hit a post. They had a couple real good chances on a power play, but they couldn't put the puck past the goaltender, David Bowen. They did outshoot Rayside by the total of 17-13 in that first period, but they do trail by the score of 1-0. One other game in the NOJHL tonight, a quiet schedule, and that one, I thought it was at the end of the first period earlier. It looks like they might have started a little late in Timmins. Hurst and Timmins, no score, 5 minutes into that game. That's the only other game in the NOJHL. Matter of fact, this is the only game for the Soo Eagles in the next 9 days. The Eagles will not play until Friday, October 4th here at Pullar Stadium, where they will take on the Soo Thunderbirds. Larry and I will have the call of that one on ESPN 1400. Rayside Balfour, they'll be at home tomorrow taking on Espanola. And then the Soo Thunderbirds, they're traveling. They're making one of their 2 long road trips. The Eagles will make their long road trip coming up here in the middle of October, and then another one late November. The Thunderbirds will be at Hurst on Friday night, a rematch of last year's NOJHL Championship Series. Then the Thunderbirds will be at Cochrane on Saturday, and they will be at Timmins on Sunday afternoon. Want to talk about some of our other broadcasts on our fleet of stations. We talked about the Soo Greyhounds. They'll be at home to Kitchener on Friday on Rock 101. Jerry Liscombe Jr. will have to call that one around 6:40 on Friday. Then at Saginaw on Saturday night. The EP Game of the Week on our sister station Oldies 93 with Matt Pocket as the undefeated Brimley Bays in high school football will take on the Cedarville Trojans. Coach's Corner on 12:30 WSOO, 11:05 a.m. on Saturday. Matt Pocket filling in for Dave Watson, who's on vacation. I want to say hi to Dave. He's kicking back listening on his vacation, and I'll be filling in for Dave on Saturday at Van Sitters Field for Soo High Blue Devil football. Also on our sister station, 12:30 WSOO, as the 3-1 Devils will take on 3-1 Ogama Heights. Myself and Pat Bennon will have the call of that one on Saturday. Around 3:15, 3:30, there's a JV game at 1, so don't have an exact start time, so just keep it locked on to WSOO on Saturday. And then our sports show, The Game, will be right here on ESPN 1400 Monday night, 6 to 8 o'clock. Yours truly, along with Dave McKeag, Butch Davis, E.J. Russell, a cast of thousands. As on Monday, we talked to Dr. David Pateson, Director of Athletics at Lake Superior State University, along with their head hockey coach, Damon Witten, about the big announcement on Monday. The Sault Ste. Marie Ontario Memorial Gardens will be hosting a Laker hockey game this year against Alabama Huntsville in February, a new partnership with Memorial Gardens and Lake Superior State University. I'm excited for that. I think it's a good move for both the university and hockey fans, just another set of hockey fans with a chance to see the game. We interviewed both of them, half-hour interview, and you can find that broadcast along with podcasts of Soo Eagles hockey and all sorts of sports content on our website, thegamesportshow.com or thegamesportshow.podbean.com. We podcast all editions of the game, including ones from Soo, Ontario with our good friend Dave McKeag. We also put Butch on Sports, talking about the Detroit sports scene, Soo Eagles hockey, all sorts of sports information, and it's all free. And hey, who doesn't like that? We're going to take a break here on our intermission report. We come back, we'll get Larry Pozzebon's thoughts on the game and have the start of the second period here at Pullar Stadium. Our score after one period of play, Rayside Balfour 1, the Soo Eagles 0. You are watching Soo Eagles hockey on Hockey TV and listening on ESPN 1400. Back at Pullar Stadium, Scott Nason rejoined by Larry Pozzebon. And Poz, the Soo Eagles trail the Rayside Balfour Canadians 1-0 after one period of play. Shot 17-13 in favor of the Eagles. Your thoughts on the first period, sir?
Very good period. Good goaltending, both sides. Brancato, I think, would like to have that one come back, but it's down there now. Good breakouts, good passing by Rayside. I mean, we've only seen this our second game, and so far out of the two teams we've seen, this team right here, Rayside, boy, they're hot. They're good.
Larry, one of the things I wanted to talk about before we go to the second period is the NLJHL Showcase, which has been in Chelmsford, Ontario the past few seasons. Well, it's going to be here in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan at the Big Bear Arena.
Great.
Tuesday, October 15th and Wednesday, October 16th. We'll have those games on Hockey TV. And the schedule is out. Lots of games starting on Tuesday the 15th. You have Timmins taking on Rayside Balfour at 11 a.m. The Soo Eagles will take on French River at 1. Now, there's 2 rinks at the Big Bear. 4 of the 6 games will be played on the NHL rink. 2 of the games will be played at the Olympic rink. So I think we'll be doing the games on the NHL rink because that's the one that's set up for a broadcast, if I'm correct. I'm not 100% sure on that. Other games that day at 1:30, Hearst will take on Espanola. 3:30, Powassan against Blind River. 4 o'clock, Kirkland Lake at the Soo Thunderbirds, or against the Soo Thunderbirds, and Cochrane will take on Elliott Lake. And so the nice thing about that, Larry, is the East plays West. So teams that you only play twice in the year, you'll play a couple of them one more time.
Yeah, that's always good.
Back to hockey here at Pullar Stadium. Eagles trail by 1. They'll be going right to left as seen on your video monitor and on your radio dial, being this a simulcast. And here we go. Eagles win the face-off. Puck in their own zone. Clark over to French. French now's pass up to Wood. Buise, shot. Glove save. Bowen, nice setup for the Eagles. 13 seconds in, getting another shot.
Yeah, they come out of the zone good that time. Couple of passes, like actually the defense, forward, boom. 3 passes, you're in their zone getting a shot.
Face off to the left of David Bowen. Keep wanting to call him Joe. That's his dad's name. Now intercepted by French off the face-off. Chisholm and French.
Oh, he's getting a penalty.
So
Holding.
Rayside's going to go on their second power play.
Yep.
Didn't seem like a whole lot, Larry, but the official thought otherwise.
Yeah, I would have called it too. He had his arm draped right around. He had the free arm draped right around him. And yeah, I was wondering. I looked down, then I saw his arm was up. I said, okay, he caught it.
So that'll bring the face-off back into the Eagles' end. Both teams having 1 power play opportunity. Neither has scored tonight. Face-off to the left of Brancato. We'll get the penalty call from Bob St. Peter. It was French for holding. Now Hatanaka's shot. Brancato with the save. Over to Martin in the far corner. Now back to the point. Canadians with it. Hatanaka. Hatanaka's pass down low. Canadians have it.
Eagle penalty to number 19, Bryce French. 2 minutes holding.
Now Clark shot at the point. Brancato saw that one all the way. Gloves and holds.
Eagles are there to help them out for if there's a rebound, but Brancato hung on.
Minute 38 left on the Canadians' power play. Now face off to the left of Brancato. Quinn will take the draw, won by the Canadians. They have the puck at the point, over at the far boards. Now down low. Chance in front. Stick to side by Brancato. Picked up by Bowen and shot down the ice. Bowen leaves the puck for Hatanaka. Hatanaka behind his own net. Now across the blue line. Canadians with the puck, trying to set it up in the Eagles zone. Harris for the Eagles. Plays that one off the boards. Kept in by Hatanaka. Now Clark at the point. Picked up by Dax. Now here's a chance for Quinn if he can get down there, but Bowen got out of the net first. Got that out of harm's way. Clark for the Canadians in his own zone. Minute gone by in the Canadians' second power play. They lead by 1. 18:30 to play here in the second period. Brown on the right wing side. He'll dump it in over the far boards, and that one will go all the way down the ice.
Canadians were afraid to touch it because they had man coming on. They would have been called with too many men on the ice.
Now here's the Canadians with it in their own zone. Siren at center ice. Backhands the puck in. Behind the net, Brancato stops it. Now Brancato, nice stick handling there. You got to be careful. You're the goaltender. You never want to handle the puck too much out of your crease, or in general, I should say. Now here's Vachon at the blue line.
That puck should have been out of here, you know.
Over in the near corner, Canadians still have it. 10 seconds left on the power play. Dupuis over, shot, siren. That one goes wide, rebound. Oh, and I don't know, did that hit the post?
No, the Brancato skate hit the post and knocked it off when he was doing the splits.
And the coaching staff for Rayside, they're kind of hoping maybe that was going to be a delay of game or something.
I told you that puck should have been out.
Yeah.
That's why he never would have had that opportunity to score with 7 seconds left on the penalty.
And if not the Eagles, probably my favorite coaching staff is here, Larry, with Dan Cuomo, the head coach. I think that's Perry Cuomo, his brother, one of the assistants, not the one you're thinking of course. But they've commented that they enjoy our broadcast, and they've actually told us that in person. So, again, flattery gets you everywhere in the ESPN 1400 booth and Hockey TV. Now here's Eggleston in the slot, shot, save. Kind of got deflected a little bit before it went in, and Bowen makes the save as Eagles now full strength. As we're getting close to the top of the hour, Soo Eagles hockey on ESPN 1400 WKNW Sault Ste. Marie. Scott Nason, Larry Pozzebon here at Pullar Stadium. Our broadcast engineer, Alyssa Bradley, back in the ESPN 1400 studios. We have 17:15 left in the second period at Pullar Stadium. As now Rayside's going to get a penalty, Larry. I didn't see what happened.
I think he's calling slashing.
Yep. Away from the play.
It was back by almost in front of the Eagle bench.
So now the Eagles will get their second power play opportunity. And the face-off will go back in the Rayside end. Coming up here mid-period, Larry, we're going to play our favorite game that has swept the Internet Nation, will now sweep the Radio Nation. It's called Guess the Attendance. What Larry and I do each game is we try to guess how many fans are here in attendance. I get to guess tonight. Larry will say higher or lower. We keep track all year.
2. Oliver Smith, 2 minutes, slashing.
Slashing the call on Smith. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Eagles on the power play. Canadians now clear the zone. Hatanaka with it. Across the blue line. Hatanaka, pass, broken up by Clark. Puck now on the net, and that's not a good break for the Eagles.
No. Oh, wait, they might call it outside.
I think they're calling that one to the right of Brancato.
The way he was pointing, he called it outside.
Okay, good call, Larry Pozzebon. Larry, of course, some officiating in his background.
Everything in my background.
Yeah, you got
except the crime record.
I was going to say, careful, Larry.
The only thing there.
Trying to tell us something here?
I'm not one of that wanted Wednesday posters on our side.
Well, it is
Canadian
Wednesday.
Side, yeah.
Now Eggleston across the blue line. Eagles still on the power play. Fanos plays it on the near side. As Canadians can't clear it, Quinn keeps it in. Pass almost found an open player there in Scarella. Now Clark, Scarella, near point. That's Quinn. Still a lot of time left on the power play. Minute 5. Quinn, edge of the near circle, back to the point. Clark, now Clark fires. That one goes wide. Puck goes behind the net. Now Eggleston picks it up. Eggleston over to Scarella, in front of his own bench. Clark at the point. Clark back to Scarella, dumping it down. Eggleston. Orfanos, turnaround shot, save from the slot. Rebound goes back to Orfanos. Kind of lost his balance there, and the Canadians will pick it up. And shot down the ice. Shots 20-15 in favor of the Eagles. They trail by 1. Quinn at his own blue line, lost the puck. Now shot back in by the Canadians. 30 seconds left on the Eagles' power play. Eagles didn't score on their first one. Rayside's 0 for 2.
Price wasn't expecting that pass.
Now shot back down the ice. Brancato stops it behind his net. 15 seconds left on the Eagles' power play. Not as effective as their first one, Larry.
No, it slowed down right here at the last half minute here.
Now Clark, that's going to be icing.
Yeah.
And the Eagles still have 2 seconds left on their power play, but that's going to pretty much do it. Out of town scoreboard, Larry. Just one game in the NOJHL tonight. That game going on in Timmins, and the Hearst Lumberjacks leading the Timmins Rock by the score of 1-0. 5 minutes left in the first period. That goal by Dominic Dumas, his third of the season. Martin with the goal here. 1-0 Rayside. He scored at the 52nd mark of the first period. No scoring since then. Now a chance. Rayside shot. That deflects wide. Praisner trying to find Lamberty. Now Lamberty will chase that one down. Bowen will go out of his net. We'll play it over to the far boards. Praisner Pinches in, puck loose in the slot, swatted away by the Canadians. Mongeon over in the far corner, now over to Siren. Canadians play it off the boards. Ali tried to keep it in for the Eagles, now picked up by Brown. He avoids the hit for Rayside. Now Praisner has it for the Eagles. Praisner across the blue line. Praisner now with the shot, save there by Bowen. Rebound goes back to center ice. Ali loses the puck. Here's Folk. Folk in, and just a little tug there by Ali. I almost thought he was going to get a hooking penalty. Might have done enough to keep Folk off the puck. Otherwise, he might have gotten something past the goaltender there, Larry.
I thought Brancato should have came out on that one. It looked like he had the time, and he didn't. That's what I got worried when I didn't see him move towards the puck, because I thought he would have got there faster.
14-19 to play in the second period. Face off to the right of Shane Brancato, as that one will go over the stick of Bertland. Brancato played all 3 games for the Eagles this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so not a lot of rest for Shane. As we have an icing call on the Canadians. Our next Soo Eagles broadcast will be a week from Friday here at Pullar Stadium, October 4th. 7:15 pregame on ESPN 1400 against the Soo Thunderbirds. Border Battle Round 4. Right now it's a 2-1 Thunderbirds lead in that one. Eagles won the last one in a shootout. Now here's Buise at center ice for the Eagles. Wood picks up the puck. Now Wood has it in the slot. A shot misses the net. Puck goes over to the far boards. Now back to the point. Boulware loses it. He's got a player behind him. Here we go. Here's Houseman in. Houseman on the break. And a save there. Again, good back check by Harris. And it just bothered Houseman enough maybe to not get a great shot off. Eagles got to be careful. They're letting guys in the zone too quickly. Now puck back in the Eagles' end. Or the Canadians' end, rather. Eagles in there. Clark over in the far corner. Wood, Buise. And this looks like both teams trying to get a whistle. Nobody moving the puck.
Eagles are to change their 2 defensemen.
Puck still in that corner. Referee saying move the puck. Nobody's moving it. We could be here all day at this rate. Puck still over there. It's been over there for 15 seconds. Eagles finally get it. Clark back to French. French with the shot. Save, rebound. Puck loose. It's in the crease, and Bowen has to sprawl down to make the save. That puck laid dangerously in the crease, but Bowen falls on top of it.
He's lucky. Bowen's lucky he got there before one of his players, because that would have been, what was that, number 74, I think it is, or
that's
40?
Hatanaka, I think, was there.
Yeah, 74, yeah. I thought he was going to fall on it, and that would have been a penalty shot.
And wouldn't that have been something, Larry, if they would have scored after that scrum in the corner for about 20 seconds?
Yeah.
They were watching rugby for a minute.
You're right.
Move the puck. Face off to the right of Bowen. He's made all 22 saves he's faced tonight for the Canadians. Eagles win the face off. Scarella plays over to the far boards. Orfanos. Now Eggleston. Eggleston and Orfanos. Orfanos picking up the puck for the Eagles. Now puck goes in front. Siren with it for the Canadians. Eagles keep the puck in Rayside's end. Eggleston on the near side boards. Martin, he'll fire it over to the far side. And cleared the zone. Here's a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1. Canadians in. Here's a chance. I don't know if it's a pass or a shot, but it goes wide. Now here's a 2-on-1 for the Eagles. Eggleston, Scarella. Eggleston in. Shot. Hits the side of the net. Fans thought it was in, but it hit the side of the net. And that'll be a face-off in the Canadians' end, and that'll bring the face-off outside the zone.
You're right.
That's 2 I got right tonight, Larry. I don't get those right much. That's your specialty.
You beat me to it, huh? You're stealing my act.
So once again, we're going to play Guess the Attendance. Now, for those on radio, a little tougher to play this game maybe than those watching on Hockey TV, but I will say to those on Hockey TV that there's maybe a few more people on this side and not much. And for those on the radio, there's not a ton of people on the other side either. So I don't think we're going to get the 800 or so that we had on Saturday night. I'll claim the victory, nevertheless, from Saturday. Puck at center ice. Dax.
I just tease you. I'll let you win those ones.
I appreciate it. Now puck at center ice. Canadians lead by 1. 11:40 to play in this second period. Shots 22-17 Eagles. Now Rayside player falls down in his own zone. Dax couldn't take advantage as his pass just out of the reach of Price. Now here's Ali for the Eagles in the Canadians' end. Eagles have had to play a lot in the Rayside zone this period. Mongeon plays it off the board to Bertrand. Now Bertrand, center ice, deflects. Ali picks it up. Ali fires it into the Canadians' end. For the far side, Smith. Now Smith will fire that one way up high. That's how you clear the zone right there. As a couple of Rayside players fall down over at the far boards. And that puck goes back into the Canadians' end. Well, that puck hits Price going to the bench, but the Eagles had enough players on the bench, or
off the
ice, I should say, yep. Puck at center ice, now Praisner across the blue line, leaves it for Lamberty. Lamberty in the near corner. Lamberty, now Praisner. Got the similar hairstyles, those two. Now Harris's shot, bouncing puck, and Bowen makes the save. That was a pinball shot, Larry.
Yes, it was.
And Bowen has been sprawling a lot to make these saves. He does. 10:26 to play in the second period. Still 1-0 Rayside.
I'll tell you, for the small amount of people in here, small attendance.
Loud.
They're those that didn't come tonight. I mean, it's a school night and whatnot. It's a good game.
It is a very good game. Face-off won by the Canadians. Chisholm clears it to center. Now Harris lost the puck. Brown in the slot for the Canadians. His shot. Brancato saw that one, gloves it nicely, and makes the save.
Those are scary ones like that. You know, the Eagles have been pressing like crazy, and all the ones they come down, and, you know, Brancato was Johnny on the spot there, so that was good.
Next media timeout, Larry. I talked a little bit about an intermission. We're going to talk about the announcement at the Memorial Gardens on Monday in Soo, Ontario, about the Laker hockey team playing a game, regular season game in Canada. We'll talk about that on the media timeout. Now here's Brown with it. His shot hits a player in front. That was Bolware. Eagles pick it up. Now Scarell at center ice. On the left wing side to Eggleston. His shot. Nice back check there by Chisholm. Orfanos in the far corner. Eggleston gets hit. Gets hit again. Orfanos trying to pick up that puck. The Canadians will come up with it. Folk lost the puck. Center ice, Orfanos. Now Bolware for the Eagles at center ice. Will flip it into the Canadians' end. Clark and Scarella, big hit there on Scarella. And Rayside at center ice. Vachon. He's hit by Harris for the Eagles. Now Clark in his own zone. Oh, just out of the reach of Eggleston. And Bowen will play that one. As here come the Canadians. Across the blue line, shot, Dupuis. Saved there by Brancato. Rebound in front of the Canadians' bench. Now off the bench, siren for the Rayside Balfour Canadians. Hatanaka near side. Rayside with a chance. Intercepted by Orfanos. Now Scarella with it. Scarella's going to flip that one on. Net, saved by Bowen. Rebound goes to Bertrand. Bertrand with the puck behind his own net. Lost it. Now Hatanaka at center ice. Gets across the blue line. Hausman had to avoid the offside. Now Hausman with the shot. And Brancato right there to make the save. Should be immediate timeout, Larry. 8:38 to play here in this second period. Still 1-0 Rayside.
Some of the Eagles defensemen start learning to take the body and not the puck. They're getting beat a lot.
Well, Larry, on Monday, there was a big announcement at GFL Memorial Gardens in Soo, Ontario regarding the Lake Superior State University men's hockey program, something you've been involved in this effort and in the know. The Lakers have partnered with the city of Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario to have a regular season game at the Memorial Gardens. It's going to be in February against Alabama Huntsville.
February 15th.
15th. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm looking forward to it. You know, I've never seen Alabama Huntsville Chargers. Is that it?
Very good.
Yeah, they haven't. I've never seen them play. So I haven't. Well, the Lakers haven't played yet this year, but I'm excited. Really, I'm excited. You know, tickets are going on sale. First of all, they got it set up that all Greyhound fans, season ticket holders, will get first shot at the tickets.
Right.
Then
Lakers
season
tickets.
ticket holders, they'll get their seats punched in.
Yep.
And they'll get a discount on their ticket, or
Sure.
they can exchange on their ticket that the game normally would have been played in Sioux,
Right.
Michigan. And then after that, they're going on sale to the public. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, they hope maybe to make this an annual event.
Yeah, it would definitely be neat to see. And again, opening up another fan base. We don't see the white license plates we used to see quite a bit. And obviously, the Lakers haven't had as much success as back in the day, as we like to say, when they're winning national championships. But there's other things to consider as far as getting across the border and documentation. So I think this is a good move. It's good for Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and it's good for Lake State.
Yeah, it's really. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, February's a long way away, but be right after Valentine's Day, the 14th,
That's
and
right.
it's on the 15th.
Face-off control by the Canadians. They put a shot on net, save Brancato. Dax trying to clear it for the Eagles. Now Price off the stick of Portlock. At center ice. Canadians with it. Now poke checked away by the Eagles. Portlock, Dax. Now Dax back to Clark. Clark will flip that one to center. Glove down by Belanger. He gets around one. Belanger in. Trying to put it in front. Nice job there by, I think that was French, to get that puck out of the way. DeGrazia's pass. Or the far side. Now flipped in. French for the Eagles in his own zone behind the net. Now DeGrazia on the turnover for the Canadians. DeGrazia behind the net. Gives it over to Martin. Now Martin. Over the far boards, Belanger. Martin. He scored the only goal in this game at the 52nd mark of the first period. Shots 24-20 in favor of the Eagles.
You okay?
I'm good, thanks.
No, I meant the puck. I thought it was outside.
Okay. Dax across the blue line with the shot. Sticked aside by Bowen. Rebound goes right to the Canadians. Here they come. Belanger. Back pass. Gets it back. Backhand shot. Save. He goes into the net. And so we'll see what they do at the face-off here. Should be outside.
Outside, yeah. Outside. You know, I'm kind of surprised. Last week when Eagles were down 2-0 late in the first period, they got scored on twice in under 2 minutes. I thought the coaching staff now they're going to go and give him a good talking to, and they come out, and they did come out like on gangbusters. Tonight they didn't. I don't know. It's a different second period for the Eagles compared to last week's second period.
Face-off control by the Canadians in the neutral zone. Now Praisner. He shoots the puck into the Canadians' end. Siren along the end boards. Now Praisner picks it up. Praisner now lost it. Now Quinn has it. Cycles it behind the net. Now the near side boards. That's Lamberty. Puck picked up by Maltese for the Canadians. They clear it to center. Here's Leishman on the right wing side across the blue line. Leishman's with the shot. That one just goes high, back to the point. Clark, Rayside with some pressure now. Smith behind the net. Tried to put it in front, now picked up by Dresch. At center ice, Lamberty, he shoots it in. Bowen behind the net. Now Siren. Siren will flip that one to center. As that puck shoots straight in the air, Maltese. They carried that a little bit, Larry.
I thought he should have been traveling with that.
Now here we go, Lamberty mixing it up, and we got something going on here, Larry. We got something brewing down on the near boards as three sets of players together. Lamberty really started that. Now Praisner, he's lost his helmet. Now we have Vaca starting to mix it up. A couple Eagles. Now there we go, Lamberty. He's getting tangled up with Clark, and he wants no part of that. As we still have Praisner and Siren on the ice, and so Larry, we're going to get some penalties. I don't think any fists were actually thrown or any punches landed, but the player is a little upset on that exchange.
Yeah,
a lot of John at the Eagles bench with Clark. And yeah, that's going to do it for him. He's going to go sit down.
That's Clark for the Rayside Balfour.
Not Hayden Clark. Thank you, Larry. That would be number 3, Christopher Clark. As he's going to go to the bench. So we're going to get some penalties here, Larry. 6:11 to play in this second period. It's been a fairly tame affair, but not on that exchange.
Right now we have 2 Rayside. I can't see if there's just one Eagle in there. So I'm sure they may be matching them up. Coincidentals.
What really started that was Lamberty. He hit somebody on the near boards, and then another Rayside player took exception. And,
yes.
And Lamberty's just one of those players, and it seems like every year there's always one player that seems to get under the skin of the opponent. I think Jake's that player. He's a feisty guy.
He is a feisty guy.
He does the little things out there, and other teams don't like that too much.
You're right.
No, announcers love it. I gotta be honest.
I have to change. We have to change the subject. You got to do your guessing.
Oh, yes, I do. Thank you, Larry. Our attendance challenge. I'm going to put up a guess. I'm going to say, Larry, let's go let's go all fours. 444. What do you say?
That's a good number.
Triple fours. Thank you. So now you can play at home by tweeting me at snason2013. Steven Orfanos has already played, even though he hasn't even seen the attendance here. You can do so. You can say higher or lower than 444. Tweet me at snason2013. A winning guess will get you an autographed puck, Chuck-a-Puck from Larry Pozzebon, which is worth $1.
$1.
That's right, $1.
$1. Kick
So,
a buck.
It looks like
Where's that from? Kick a buck.
Don't know.
What movie?
Kick a buck?
Kick a buck.
Animal House?
No. It was
Escanaba in the Moonlight.
No.
I'm out of guesses.
Paul Newman. Come on, kick a buck.
Cool Hand Luke?
Cool Hand Luke.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, so the extra penalty is up on the Rayside side.
To number 43, Graham Siren, 4 minutes for roughing.
Oh.
To number 3, Christopher Clark, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
There's the extra one,
To
Larry.
the Soo Eagles, to number 18, Raph Praisner, 4 minutes for roughing.
So coincidental roughings there, the 4-minute varieties, and then the extra penalty. So now a power play for the Eagles, their third. Eggleston at the far circle. Dumps it down for Scarella. Scarella back to Eggleston. Now Eggleston to Clark. Clark at the point, over to Eggleston. Minute 15 left on the power play. Scarella in the far corner. That went off of his stick as the Canadians tried to clear but hit the back of his own player. Clark keeps it in at the point. Clark over to Eggleston. Now Scarella behind the net. Scarella off the boards to Clark. Minute gone by in the power play. Clark at the point. Over to Quinn. Quinn moves in a shot. Eggleston tried to deflect that one and went high and wide. Eggleston gets the puck back. Nice hit by Scarella. Now here's Eggleston in the slot of shot. That one just went wide. I think Bowen got a piece of that one. Scarella tried to get it back to the point, but taken by the Canadians and shot down the ice.
Eagles got to do more shooting and not keep moving the puck around. That's my opinion.
Now puck taken by Quinn. Quinn across the blue line. Quinn off the boards. Over to Vaca. 20 seconds left on the power play. Here's Vaca in the slot. Still has it. Vaca. I think it's a piece of tape or something on
somebody's mouth guard.
Near circle. Now here's a quick shot. Deflects, goes behind the net. Orfanos with it. Ali over to French. His shot goes wide, and Bowen tried to glove that one down. Now here's a chance, a shot. Oh,
again.
That one trickles wide. I think that was French with the opportunity. As Clark out of the box for the Canadians, as Bowen will hold that one. And that puck, almost thought that was going to find the net, Larry. It just trickles wide.
Another one of those. Eagles are having a hard time to buy one. I think once they get one, they'll get another one. They're just right now, they just got to make sure they don't get frustrated out there, the Eagles.
We got some guesses in our attendance challenge, Larry. It's kind of a crossover all around the board. Whichever one. I think all of them, maybe. Face off to the left of Bowen. Still 1-0 Rayside. 4 minutes gone by in the second period. Now French's shot. That deflects off the stick of Dax and goes high and wide. Now here's DeGrazia across the blue line. DeGrazia still has the puck for the Canadians. Nice job by French. I've been impressed by French tonight, Larry. Nice addition to the Eagles.
You're right. Yep.
Now here's a chance for Rayside. Mongeon at the point. His shot. Pad save. We're going to have a penalty, Larry. It's going to go against the Eagles. And so Rayside's going to go on their third power play with 3-3-3. Kind of like my guess. 4-4-4 attendance. 3-3-3 on the clock left in the second period. Rayside leads by 1. They're going to the power play.
This officials, they're going back and forth. Rayside, Eagles, Rayside, Eagles, Eagles, Rayside.
Coming up during the second intermission, we'll recap the scoring, check out the scores from around the area, and we'll have an ABC News break. Not that there's anything going on in the news department in this country, Larry. Quiet news day.
It's all
Kyle Portlock, 2 minutes hooking.
It's all something, and I'm not going to go into it. I'm on the radio now, so I got to be careful. Now here's Leishman across the blue line for the Canadians on their third power play. Back to the point, Hatanaka. Hatanaka lost it. Lamberty over in the far corner. Minute 30 left on the power play for Rayside. Hatanaka. Over to Smith. Now Smith's shot. That goes wide. And that one will trickle back to center.
That shot was looking for a deflection in front of the net or a bounce off of somebody by Smith. You can see how he's lining it up.
Now across the blue line, Canadians with the puck. Leishman in the slot. Ooh, that one just trickled off of his stick, and a nice job by Lamberty to clear the zone. Minute left on the Canadians' third power play of the night. Across the blue line, Canadians with it, a shot. That one didn't miss by much. Goes back to the point, Hatanaka. Rayside with it. Smith, rink-wide pass. Canadians with the puck. Centering chance. Smith gets it near circle, puts a shot. That one goes wide. Over to Dupuis at the far point. 40 seconds left on the power play. Hatanaka. Back to Dupuis. He winds and fires. That hits Lamberty as Eagles just clear the zone. That was number 6, Vaki. Fell down, got back up, and cleared it. Hatanaka across the blue line for the Canadians. Back to Dupuis. 20 seconds left on the power play. Hatanaka over to the far point. Dupuis. Hatanaka back to Dupuis. Fakes the shot. Now has a poke checked away by Lamberty. 10 seconds left on the power play. In the slot. Vachon passes it up. Gets it back to his defenseman. Shot blocker saved there by Brancato. And that'll do it for the power play for the Canadians. Minute 30 left here in the second period. Rayside leads by 1. Now puck loose at the doorstep. Quinn picks it up for the Eagles. He'll fire it off the near side, and that one will clear to center ice. Shots 26-23 in favor of the Eagles. Dupuis across the blue line. His shot.
Higher.
Misses on the near side. Larry Pozzebon says higher on the 444. Most said lower, Larry. We'll see here at the intermission break. Minute left. Here's a chance for the Canadians. Vachon walking in. Now it goes behind the net. Puts it in front. Puck loose, and the Eagles
that's going to be icing
just
too.
going to clear that one out of the zone and down the ice. And
tired guys, they
icing.
can't change.
Larry will have a new Twitter follower. Susan Dax. Want to say hello to Susan and family watching from Lindenhurst, Illinois. And she says higher as well, Larry.
All right, thank you, Susan.
Mrs. Dax says 526. Daniel Clark says 420, so he goes with lower. Sven Schwaber, old friend there.
Hey, I got to talk to him about Sven. Tell him I have a picture of his son.
Well, there you go.
Alex.
Sven's watching. He says lower along with the Quinn family. So Stephen Orfano said higher, but he made that guess at like 6 o'clock, so I don't think he's been at the pub too long. Now here's DeGrazia shot. That one goes high. Whoa. And we'll stick on the net. We've seen a lot of pucks stick on the back of the net tonight, Larry.
All those new nettings, they made them loose back there.
Yeah. 32 seconds left in the second period. Just one goal in this game way back when, the 50-second mark of the first period. Mitchell Martin's his second of the year. And that's it. Both goaltenders playing well tonight. Face-off outside the Eagles' blue line, controlled by the Canadians. Belanger. Now here's Clark for the Eagles. Scarella and shot. Blocker save Bowen. 15 seconds left. Dax over to Orfanos. Orfanos now trying to get it to Dax. Canadians will clear the zone. They might have one late scoring chance here. Martin across the blue line. 3 seconds. Martin's shot. That one goes wide. Collides with Orfanos. And after 2 periods of play, Larry, no scoring in that second period. And the Rayside Balfour Canadians continue to lead the Soo Eagles by the score of 1-0. We're going to take a break here on Soo Eagles hockey. And we come back, we'll recap the scoring and talk more about this contest. You are watching Soo Eagles hockey on Hockey TV and listening on ESPN 1400.
Let's get back to the arena for more Soo Eagles hockey on ESPN 1400.
Back at Pullar Stadium here, entering the third period of play. Our score, the Soo Eagles trail The Rayside Balfour Canadians 1-0. Scott Nason here along with Larry Pozzebon. And well, Paz, no scoring in that second period. A pretty evenly matched game besides that first goal 50 seconds in. Bounced in. It's been a very even matchup. Your thoughts on the second period and the game so far?
Well, I mentioned earlier that I thought the Eagles would come out stronger in the second period, and they didn't. It's not that they played less than Rayside. They didn't play better than Rayside, so they just kind of played even. They went back. Both teams went back and forth, had good scoring opportunities. Shots were, about the same as in the first period. Well, a little less, I should say, than in the first period by each side. But an even period, goal-wise and save-wise by both goaltenders.
Shots on goal in that second period, Larry. The Rayside Balfour Canadians 10, the Soo Eagles 9. The Eagles out shooting the Canadians 26-23. Only goal in this game so far. Mitchell Martin, his second of the year at the 50-second mark, unassisted. And that's where we sit right now, 1-0 Canadians entering the third period. Only other game in the NLJHL tonight in Timmins. The Rock have tied the Hearst Lumberjacks by a 1-1 count. Larry, our attendance challenge, which we play each and every home game, well, I put up a guess of 444 fans. You, sir, said higher. Several of our fans said lower. A couple said higher. What was our attendance tonight?
414.
414. So Scott Nason off to a 2-0 start in the attendance challenge. I don't think I've ever had a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, last year you had a couple of threes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right.
I remember I had to run, I had to skate to catch up to you.
Yes, indeed.
And to go past you.
So that'll be an icing call. So we'll play. I'll look here real quick to see who got closest guess as far as those that put a guess on there. The Quinn said lower, so they're right. And I also want to say hello to Papa and Nana Quinn watching it from Michigan. Daniel Clark, he also, I think, said, I don't know, maybe he did play. I'll have to look at that. Too much going on. He said 420, so he wins the closest challenge there. So congratulations there to Daniel Clark. Again, you win an autographed Chuck-a-Puck from Larry Pozzebon upon your next arrival to Pullar Stadium.
I lost. I lost.
Yeah, but you're the more famous of the two, Larry.
What do you mean the more famous?
And I don't sell myself. That's the other thing. So
what do you sell? Now you're turning me into a what?
Back to live action here at Pullar Stadium as the Canadians had the puck across the blue line. DeGrazia tried to leave it for one of his own players. That one goes back to center ice. Mongeon will shoot it in. Eagles have yet to lead a game here at Pullar Stadium, Larry, this season. Granted, they've only played one game. They never led against the Thunderbirds, and, well, they haven't led in this one, obviously, not scoring a goal. Puck over along the far boards. Trying to clear it. Eagles can't. Belanger keeps it in. Now Clark off the glass. Eagles will chip that one out. Here's Wood. He's got Buiz with him. Wood across the blue line. Tried to find Buiz. Glove down. And I don't think that one's going to count. You can't glove it in to the opposition net. It was a good idea, but that one's never going to work.
Well, if you catch the referee not looking.
Well, it's harder when there's four of them, Larry.
Yeah,
Maybe back
right,
when you had the three-person system or man system.
Well, that's three blind mice. Yeah, that's right. And that's why they went to four.
That's right. Well, face-off outside the blue line. Each team has had 3 power play opportunities tonight. None have been successful. Now Vachon with it for the Canadians. Plays it behind the net. Houseman had a shot, and I think Brad Cotto got a piece of that one. That was a dangerous-looking shot there.
I'll tell you,
a quick one.
Yes. Big save by Brancato, I'll tell you. And that one under his pad, too.
Nice seeing Pat Praisner between periods. Always getting us a water, Larry. He knows the broadcast can be a lot on the throat.
It is.
And we can get parched, so appreciate that, Pat. And look forward to seeing you on your next trip. We got to hit the red eye to Dallas tomorrow, Larry. How about them Cowboys? 3-0.
Are they?
Yeah, good start. Lions are undefeated. That's
No.
even, yeah, 2-0-1. They have a tie, but they're. I'm not kidding. I don't make this stuff up. You can hear Lions football on our sister station, Ole's 93 Sunday, as they take on the Chiefs. I'm saying it now because they ain't going to be undefeated after that one.
I was just going to say the Chiefs have a good team,
They
don't
got
they?
a real good team.
That's continuation from last year.
Yes, it is. Eagles with the puck in their own zone. Lamberty at his own blue line, trailing by 1. Eagles go for a line change. Very evenly played game here. We've seen a lot of that so far this season, Larry. Eagles have been involved in a ton of one-goal games. As a matter of fact, every game but their first one has been a one-goal game. A couple of those have gone to a shootout. Another one they won in overtime. So we're seeing a lot of parity early in the NLJHL, really to no one's surprise. Eagles with the puck. Scarella, rink-wide pass to Orfanos, across the blue line. That's got to be offside.
Yeah.
Eggleston was in a couple steps early.
Just a bit, yep. You got that 2-foot itis there, You can't be stick handling either side of that blue line. You're going to put somebody offside.
We'll have our local, regional, and national sports show, The Game, on ESPN 1400 Monday night, this upcoming Monday, 6 to 8 o'clock. Also online at thegamesportshow.com, where you can find the podcast of this Soo Eagles broadcast, all at The Game, on ESPN 1400. And that one goes out of play.
A little souvenir puck for somebody.
Face off outside the blue line.
No wonder you always have a sore throat partway through the year and all that. You're doing all that talking. You got your podcast, you got this.
It's a lot of talking.
You got your karaoke.
It's any way to make a living and avoid manual labor, Larry. That's always been my motto. So far, so good.
Yeah, I know I've been carrying you, eh?
Yes, you have. You've been carrying me for about 10 years, Larry, to be exact. This your 12th season of broadcasting Soo Eagles hockey, either on the radio or online. This is my 10th. So we've been around a decade, Larry. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I believe it.
I think the first broadcast we did together, I was filling in for Junior.
Junior, yeah.
It was on the radio. And I'm like, who the heck's this guy? He's pretty good. We clicked, and we've been together ever since, Larry.
Yeah. Junior, he dropped the ball or the puck.
And he turned on the red light. Let's see his goal judge many times. Now that puck trickles in, and a save by Brancato, he'll hold.
When he wasn't supposed to turn on the red light.
Exactly, yeah.
He had a trigger finger there. He's lucky he wasn't living in the day of the West there. Boom, boom, he'd have been in jail and hung.
I think he thought he was in Amsterdam with all those red lights.
Yeah.
Now face-off win, shot by Hatanaka, saved by Brancato. Leishman over there for the Canadians. Now the Eagles pick it up. Buies across the blue line. Buies with it. Lost the puck. Behind the net, Hatanaka picks it up for the Canadians as they flip the puck to center ice.
That's not going to make icing, I don't think. Yes,
it is.
Wow.
Wow.
That was
close.
Yeah, I mean, it was icing, but I thought somebody was going to get it before it got over the line, but no. And there were two, and one from each team were racing for that.
Larry, as a linesman, what's the hardest call for a linesman?
The hardest call.
What's the thing that maybe gives the linesmen the most fits? Is it icing?
No, you know what? It's a judgment call on icing, depending how if the puck's going by past the defenseman, it tends its way. He turns.
Right.
He turns away from the puck. You're going to call it icing.
I'd say breaking up a fight. That might be the hardest thing for a linesman.
Well, that's not a call, though.
That's true. Good point. Well played, sir. You were paying attention.
That's the third period.
I know, right? Took you a little while to get going today, Larry. I was a little worried about you at the beginning, but
it's early in the year yet.
It is, yeah. We don't get preseason broadcasts. They just throw a headset and say, "Here you go, guys."
Okay,
Now interception by Praisner. He tried to put it in front. Now Quinn with the puck. Quinn tried to get a shot on. That one blocked in front by Martin. Now Praisner over at the far boards. Back to the point. Harris's shot. That goes wide. Lamberty tried to put it behind the net. Now puck along the near boards. Lamberty has it again. Goes off a Rayside player. And that will be at center ice. Boulware. Now DeGraza over the blue line for the Canadians. Martin. Martin's goal, the only one in this one. Now Martin at the blue line. Martin still has the puck, cycling around. He puts a shot, and that goes behind the net.
He's looking for another goal.
Yeah, really. Now Chisholm at the blue line. Passes it over, quick shot. That one goes high and wide over to Martin. Now Boulware trying to knock Martin off the puck. Canadians still have it. Martin drops it for DeGrazia. Over the far side, now rink-wide pass behind the Rayside player. Shot, save, rebound. Brancato holds, as that was Martin with a good scoring chance there.
Good takeout by Quinn. There's a little rebound there, but Quinn was right on the Rayside player. Check his number. He's going by now. Number 6. Who's that? Chisholm. Yeah. Quinn stood him up and took him out of the play.
14:56 to play in this third period. Still 1-0 Canadians. Face-off won by Rayside. Bertrand shot, hits a player in front. Goes to the Eagles. Skrilla skates it across the blue line. Now Skrilla still has the puck. Skrilla in, shot, and Bowen's there. He's been there all night. He makes the save again.
Wasn't a very hard save for Bowen on that one. The puck he was almost over the goal line taking that shot. Eagles have to take more quality shots. They're up 29 shots to 27, but they got to get more quality shots on goal.
Face-off controlled by the Eagles. Dressed with a quick shot. That goes out the glove of Bowen.
That's a quality shot.
Orfanos puts it in front. Here it is! Wood! Orfanos found Caleb Wood at the doorstep, and he deflects the puck past the goaltender, David Bowen, with 14:35 to play in this third period. The Eagles get on the board, and they tie this one at 1. Orfanos worked for that puck in the near corner, just put it in front of the net. Good things happen when you put the puck in front of the net, and Wood found it, and he scored it.
That was a quality shot.
Yes, a couple of them on that one. And that'll be Wood's 4th goal of the season. He'll tie Praisner with the lead in goals, and Orfanos will get the assist. That's his first point of the season's.
For
Orfanos, yeah. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. Eagles have tied this one up at 1.
Eagle goal scored by number 12, Caleb Wood. Assist number 10, George Orfanos. The time of the goal, 14:36.
So Wood from Orfanos at not 14:36, but 5:25.
Yeah, they worked they worked the clock time, but the official time is
right.
What we're putting down.
And normally that's what's broadcast officially on the PA. So has Bob always done that? Or is that a new thing?
That started that last year.
Okay, yeah. I'd have a talk with them, but I'd probably put them in panic mode if I did that. So we've seen that enough already this year. Might have the mayor and city commissioners called too. Better be careful. Here's the puck at center ice, taken by Siren for the Canadians. Now a shot and a save there by Brancato. Goes over to Wood. He's tied this game up for the Eagles just about a minute ago. Now here's Rayside with it. Mongeon across the blue line. Mongeon with it. Centering chance.
Oh, no.
And it goes in. A goal.
Oh, Brancato tilted that in his own net. Turned the stick the wrong way and it went in behind him.
That was a tough one. It was almost identical to that goal line. And that's in soccer, you'd call that an own goal.
Goal?
An own goal.
Own goal, yes.
When it hits off a defender.
Yeah.
And Brancato just going to have to shake that one off. And that's one of those things that happens from time to time. He's done a lot of things right over this week, but that one hurts.
That one hurts, yeah.
And it's now 2-1 Rayside.
Yeah, Eagles just got right back in there, and that's less than a minute.
See if the Eagles can rebound. We'll get the call from Bob.
Scored by number 8, Joel Mongeon. Time of the goal, 13:43.
Assuming that's an unassisted goal, Larry. Up, unassisted goal by Mongeon. So 2 unassisted goals for the Canadians. They retake the lead. It's 2-1. Eagles still haven't had the lead here at home this year. Now puck behind the net, stopped by Bowen. Chisholm with it. Clears it to center. Harris with it for the Eagles. Still a lot of time in this one. 13 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third. Belanger passes over to his own player, his own zone. It's hard to pick up these Rayside numbers on the side because they're white. White on white. That's never a good thing with broadcasters.
A little bit of trim around.
Now a shot, Larry in front, and a save. Lamberty had a chance on the rebound. Now here's Quinn with it. Quinn shot. That one just goes wide. Lamberty hooked a bit in front. Now Lamberty's still fighting for that puck. Praisner on the near boards. Now puck picked up by Belanger. He'll put it over to Martin. Now Martin in. Martin shot. That misses the net. Goes over to the far side. Maltese. Eagles with it. Belanger at the blue line. Lost it. Lamberty with it. He's been out there a while. Pass doesn't connect with Praisner. These guys go to the bench. That was a long shift. Martin across the blue line. Now he loses it to Dax. Dax with the puck. Look out. That one's going to go into the Eagles bench. We'll have a face-off. 12-11 to play here in this third period. 2-1 Rayside.
Yeah, I hope that didn't let the steam or the gas out of the Eagles right now. So they got to just regroup and say, okay, come on, let's get back into it. We were down one. We're down one again, but we came back.
2-2 tie now in Timmins between the Hearst Lumberjacks and Timmins Rock. That one has about 6 minutes left in the second period. It's a little delay getting that one started, so this one should end well before that. Dax, he gets hooked.
Right in front of him.
There. That looked like a hooking call from this perspective. Now Vaca with the puck for the Eagles. Things not going the Eagles' way here the last couple minutes. Back to the point, French. That one deflects. Goes to the near corner. Vaca with it for the Eagles. Puts it in front, hits the side of the net. Goes right to Maltese for the Canadians. Now Rayside with the puck. Dangerous pass to Clark. Eagles can't keep it in. Now here's a chance. Houseman across the blue line for Rayside. Nice back check there by French. Price over there as well. Brown keeps it in for the Canadians. Puck behind the Eagles' net. Dax avoids the hit. Now Mongeon shot, save. Brancato. Nice job by Smith to pass it to himself there in midair. Puck along the end boards. Now Clark gives it over to Dax. Picked up by Price. Price, Clark, near side Vaca, across the blue line for the Eagles. Puck taken by Mongeon. Looks like he wants to get a whistle. Dax now, puck along the end boards. Dax and Vaca for the Eagles. Couple Canadians over there as well. Now puck goes behind the Canadians' net as Rayside will clear the zone. 10:40 to play in the third period. 2-1 Rayside. Vaca across the blue line. Puck deflects close to the net in the slot. Still loose. Bad shot. Save there. Pad save by Bowen. Ali didn't get a lot on it, but he got enough for Bowen to make a good save. Now Brown across the blue line for Rayside. Big hit there by Urfanos on Dupuis. Now a shot in front, hit his own player. Rayside, now Wood tried to get it around. Now here's Wood across the blue line. Hatanaka picks it up for the Canadians halfway through this third period. Shots 33-29 Eagles, but they trail by one. Brancato stops that behind his net. Dupuis gets knocked down. Now Hatanaka, that's center ice. We'll flip that one to center ice and down. No icing. It was deflected in. Puck in the Eagles' end. Dresch. Pass. Nice one to Wood across the blue line. Now Wood. Backhand pass just behind Dresch. Now Dresch picks up the puck. Wood gets it again. Centering chance for Fanos. Hits a player in front. Nice block there. I think that was Hatanaka. Now here come the Canadians. They lose the puck. Boulware at center ice for the Eagles. Just out of the reach of Wood. We'll have immediate timeout on the next whistle, barring a power play. Puck behind the Rayside net. Wood. Over to Lamberty. Now Lamberty's shot deflects in front, and Bowen will make the save. And we'll have immediate, well, now we're going to have a little bumps.
Now we're going to have a little pushing and shoving. That's Chisholm again for Rayside, number 6.
9:06 to play in the third period. 2-1 to Rayside.
Yeah, okay, yep. Okay, they're giving us a timeout. What do we got going here, though?
Well, you tell me. What are your thoughts so far, Larry? What do the Eagles need to do?
I like how the Eagles are starting to transition. The puck's coming up, they're grabbing it, and they're going right back down the ice again. They're looking better now in this third period. They're moving forward more. They're challenging. They're attacking, and now they just have to get some good quality shots on goal. These 414 fans, they have to be enjoying this. Well, not so much the game itself because of the score. The Eagles are down 2-1, but they have to be enjoying some of the action that's going on. We've seen some good. I like how the Rayside Balfour Canadians have been moving the puck and playing a better hockey. Before they used to come in there, honestly, and I've said this before, they were a dirty team. They were big, they were good, but they were dirty now. They've taken the dirty nastiness out of this, and you see how much better they are.
Yeah.
Good job to this coaching staff here.
So off the immediate timeout, Eagles with the puck, or rather face-off. in the Canadian zone. Quinn wins the face-off. He has the puck behind the net. Over to the point. French taken away by the Canadians. They'll clear it to center. Martin over to DeGrazia. DeGrazia across the blue line, moves it in. Oh, he had a player breaking to the net, but nice job by Quinn to break that up. Now back to the point, a shot, save, Brancato. Rebound goes to the Canadians. DeGrazia over at the far corner. Bellinger, excuse me. Now Lamberty at center ice for the Eagles. Lamberty gets knocked around by Clark. Praisner has it. He's got an open player. Hits the side of the net. Puck loose. Praisner has it again behind the net. He gets knocked down. Now over to Clark. Clark shot. Save Bowen, and he'll hold as the Eagles get their 34th shot, and Bowen has made 33 saves.
Is that how he wants his name pronounced? Belanger?
I'm not too sure. I never did get pronunciations on his.
I would have said
Bellinger?
I would have said Belanger. B-L? B-O.
Could be.
No,
I think I've called them both, so I guess I was right at one point.
I don't know. I just... Go ahead.
Thanks, Larry. Anything else? Or
wow.
Continue now. A shot and a save there by Bowen. Rebound goes to Boulware for the Eagles. As the Canadians will clear the zone. Harris in the zone plays it off the boards. At center ice, Dax for the Eagles, broken up by Maltese. Under 8 to play in the third period. Another one of these one-goal games. We've seen a lot of them. Eagles have played 6 games. 5 of them have been one-goal games. And very well, this one could be 2.
That's icing all the way.
So that'll be an icing call. Our next broadcast here at Pullar Stadium will be the next Eagles game, a week from Friday, October 4th, as the Soo Thunderbirds will invade Pullar Stadium. Larry and I will have the pregame show around 7:15 on Hockey TV and locally on ESPN 1400.
And that's when we're having that big long break, eh? That 9-day break?
Yes, yep. Eagles want to go into that break on a winning note, but they're going to have to get at least one goal here to tie this game. Face-off controlled by the Canadians. Rayside with the puck. They'll flip that one down to the Eagles zone. Clark for the Eagles will check that, or catch up to that rather. Now Orfanos at the center circle. Orfanos with it. Plays it off the boards. Over on the far side, Scarella now back to the point. Clark, his shot hits a player in front for the Canadians. Canadians can't clear it though. As they will now, as Dupuis gets it for Rayside and shoots it in. 7 minutes to play in the third. Eagles trail by 1. Puck along the near boards. Orfanos gets it up to Scarella. Nice move. Scarella at center ice. Still has the puck. Scarella couldn't get around Hatanaka. Now Hatanaka for the Canadians out to Vachon. Vachon drop past Brown in the slot. Shot misses the far side of the net. Puck taken by Wood. He has the only Eagles goal tonight. Wood across the blue line. Wood drops it for Orfanos. Well, that one will go back to center ice. Brown up to Dupuis. Across the blue line for the Canadians. Dupuis makes the move. Trying to get around Ali. Orfanos with it for the Eagles. And here they come. Orfanos up to Wood. Wood broken up by the Canadians. Now Rayside with the puck at center ice. Dupuis. Dupuis back into his own zone. Canadians get a couple fresh bodies out there.
So do the Eagles now.
Chisholm with it. 6 minutes to play. 2-1 Rayside. DeGrazia shoots it off the end boards. DeGrazia almost got his own rebound. Ali, nice move behind the net for the Eagles. Up to Praisner. Praisner, pass near side. Dresch across the blue line. Shot, hits the Rayside player in front. Now Lamberty almost got it. Dresch gets it. Over to Ali. At the point. Pass over to Quinn on the far boards. Now gloved down by the Canadians. And they'll clear the zone. Could have a 2-on-1. Here's DeGrazia. DeGrazia waits, passes it. Doesn't connect with the Rayside player. Now the Eagles have it. Lamberty on the near side. He's got Praisner. Finds him. Praisner in the slot. Oh, he lost the puck trying to go for the fancy move. Credit Belanger on that one. Now Bertrand behind the Rayside net. 5 minutes to play in the third period. Hasn't been a whistle in about 3 minutes. Rayside wants that clock to keep ticking. Maltese across the blue line for the Canadians. Boulware rides him out. Now Boulware lost the puck. Martin hacks at Dax, and Dax will get the puck over in the far corner. Eagles zone. Shots 35-29 Eagles as that puck will go out of play, and we're finally going to get a whistle, Larry, with 4:42 to play here in this third period.
Shots 35-29 for the Eagles, but they're down 2-1. We'll have to keep our eye on on the clock and on Coach LaPrade to see what he's going to be doing back there.
You're listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on ESPN 1400 WKNW, Sault Ste. Marie. My name is Scott Nason, broadcast engineer Alyssa Bradley back in the ESPN 1400 studios. Our color commentator Larry Pozzebon. We have 4:30 to play in this Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League West Division contest between the Soo Eagles and the Rayside Balfour Canadians. Right now it's the visiting team, the Canadians, with the 2-1 lead. Eagles have never led in this game. They tied it in the third period, but Rayside would get a goal less than a minute later. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender Shane Brancato here in a few minutes. Now here's a chance for Scarella across the blue line. He stops, shoots, high shot, save. Blocker rebound, another save. That was Wood with that chance. A couple good scoring opportunities for the Eagles. Under 4 to play in the third period. Canadians hanging on right now. Here's Wood. Wood back to the point off the bench. Quinn, he puts a shot. That one hits a player. I think that was Houseman. Now here's another one. That one goes through the slot over to Wood. Wood with it. He winds and fires. That one's wide. French keeps it in. He puts it through the slot. At the point, Clark over to Orfanos. Orfanos shot. Glove saved by Bowen, and he holds.
He didn't get in his glove, though. It fell between his legs.
And he had to quickly cover that one up as the Eagles now putting a lot of shots on net. 38-29, but Rayside has the one where it counts. At least the two, I should say. 2-1, they lead.
Going to have an exciting ending here.
Face-off won by the Eagles, but Canadians get it back. As Clark for the Eagles lost it at the blue line. Now Clark has it. Clark keeps it, trying to find Praisner. Now Quinn with it. Puck bouncing all over the place. Here's a chance for Dupuis. Clark's going to get back, at least try to get him out of the play. He does, as Brancato will make the save as Dupuis goes hard into the goaltender. Brancato's a little slow getting up. Looks like he's okay. I think he was just tangled up.
Yeah, that's what I believe too. Clark made a good play on him. He knocked him down. He wasn't going to beat him. And Clark used his weight and knocked him down, and they both slid into Brancato.
3:07 to play in the third period. We'll have our post-game show on the radio, recapping the scoring, looking ahead to the next game for the Eagles. We'll sign off on Hockey TV after the end of the game. Chisholm with the puck. Pass broken up by Vaca. Now Vaca tried to flip it up to Price. Broken up by the Canadians. 2:45 to play. Boulware plays it off the end boards. That one shot down the ice.
Icing.
No icing. We'll keep an eye on Brancato. In the Thunderbirds game on Saturday, he went out of the net with about $1:30 left. Eagles had a couple really good scoring chances, too, once they pulled him. Now pass in front, as that's DeGrazia along the end boards. 2:20 to play. Puck still in the Eagles zone. Dax back there. Dupuis. Canadians still have the puck. Now we're the far side. Vaca backhands it to Price. Price will shoot it in. 2 minutes to play. Coach LaPrade putting the hand up there saying, wait, don't go out of the net yet. Now Belanger across the blue line. His shot. It's off of Clark. Puck loose in front. Picked up by Dax, and now Wood has it. Wood chips it up to Price, and the net is empty. So the Eagles pull the goaltender with $1:40 left here in this contest. Empty net. Now Clark moves in. Clark with it. Shot. Pad save. Rebound. Orfanos. Another chance. That one goes wide. Now here's the Canadians with it. They're going to flip that one to center. And that's going to... Oh, Clark misses an open net for Rayside.
It would have been offside anyways.
That's true. Good call, Larry. Eagles still with a chance. Net is empty. Orfanos cross blue line, 1:20 left. Orfanos with a shot, hits the side of the net. Orfanos gets it back to Quinn. He puts a shot. That one goes wide. Rebound, and what do we got here? Oh, we got a play behind, and that's probably a good thing for the Eagles, even if they get a penalty, because I think Belanger was going to walk in unabated to the empty net, Larry. So Orfanos was tangled up away from the play, Larry. Is that going to go against Rayside?
I think so, yeah.
Break for the Eagles as they look to have a power play.
They look to have a 6-on-4.
One silver lining in this situation, Larry, for Rayside is now they can shoot it down the ice and not have an icing.
You're right, yes.
When an empty net, sometimes that's helpful.
Okay, now we got to get something going here. 6-on-4 going to be.
Going to have a timeout, Larry.
Yeah, well, I think Coach Leprod for the Eagles did call his timeout. Yeah.
1:11 left in this third period. The Rayside Balfour Canadians lead the Soo Eagles by the score of 2-1. They've led throughout this game. Eagles tied it for about a minute. But then the play that Shane Brancato would like to have back is the difference in this one.
What the Eagles have to do now in this 1 minute and 11 seconds is when the pucks are tied up in the corner, if they can send in 3 guys, I don't care. They have to send in, you got to come out of there with that puck. So if Rayside put in 2 players, you put in 3. Even if you have to put in 4, you want that puck. You want that puck wherever it is trapped against the boards that's killing the clock. You want that puck out of there. So they got 2 in there, you put 3. They got 3, you put 4.
Eagles tied this game at the 5:25 mark of the third period. Caleb Wood with his 4th goal of the season. George Orfanos with the assist. And then at the 6:17 mark, Joe Mongeon, an assist. Actually, they give an assist on that Mongeon goal, Larry. They give an assist to Maltese. So add an assist on that second goal.
I will do
to
that.
number 14. So for the second game in a row here at Pullar Stadium, Larry, the Eagles are trying to tie this game with the empty net. As there will be 6 attackers out there for the Eagles.
Brady Matalas, 2 minutes roughing.
So roughing the call on Maltese. Skrella to take a big draw for the Eagles. Orfanos out there, French, Wood, Quinn, and Clark. A lot of experience out there, Larry. A lot of returning players. Oh, lost face-off. That's going to go wide, but no icing. Leishman may catch up to it. He's got Dupuis open. Careful. Hits the side of the net. Dupuis with it. He puts it in front. That misses the net. Under a minute to play. Leishman fires. Oh, nice save by Orfanos.
Yeah, here we go now.
Now Quinn gets tripped up behind the play. Eagles just can't get control of the puck right now. Canadians get it. Now Wood, French. Well, that's going to be a hand pass, but that'll bring the face-off in the Canadians' end. Would have been an offside, but a hand pass. 43 seconds left in this contest. Face-off to the right of Bowen.
You got to start all over again now.
38 saves on this night. Canadians win this one. He'll more than likely get first star. I'd be shocked if he didn't. Now Clark at the blue line. Clark down. Wood back to the point. Clark shot. Hits a player in front. Leishman. Now here's Quinn. His shot. That deflects near side. 30 seconds left. Back to the point. Clark passes over to Quinn. 20 seconds. Shot. Save. Rebound. Goes to Orfanos. Now here's Quinn at the point. Quinn winds, fires. That one goes high. Rebound over the far side boards. Clark with it. Quinn, 10 seconds. Quinn shot. That deflects wide. 5 seconds. Orfanos over in the far corner. Rayside just wants to keep it over there, and they will. And the Rayside Balfour Canadians have beaten the Soo Eagles for the second time this season, and the first time here at Pullar Stadium as they knock off the home team by the score of 2-1. We're going to go to a break. We'll say goodbye to our viewers on Hockey TV, and we'll come back on ESPN 1400 with the post-game show. You are watching Soo Eagles Hockey on Hockey TV and listening on ESPN 1400.
Now, let's get back to Soo Eagles Hockey on ESPN 1400.
At Pullar Stadium on this Wednesday night, Scott Nason along with Larry Pozzebon, our post-game show on ESPN 1400. And well, Larry, another 1-goal loss for the Soo Eagles at home, their second straight as they fall tonight to the Rayside Balfour Canadians by the score of 2-1. Before we recap the scoring and analyze a bit, your thoughts on this contest?
Well, the Eagles, they didn't have luck around the net. Bones, he played very well for the Rayside Balfour Canadians. He got lucky also because Eagles just couldn't capitalize on some loose pucks around the net. And I think that was the whole story right there. Two kind of weak goals that Brancato let in. One definitely deflected in his own net, and that kind of hurt. But, he stopped 30, but two of them that they needed to have him stop, he didn't stop because we would have had a couple more goaltenders with shutouts going into an overtime or to a shootout. Yeah, good game. It's just the Eagles came up on the short end of the stick. That's all.
Recapping the scoring in the first period, Mitchell Martin scored at the 52nd mark, his second for the Rayside Balfour Canadians. An unassisted goal. It was 1-0 Rayside after one. No scoring in the second period. And then Caleb Wood would score his fourth goal of the season for the Eagles at the 5:25 mark, with an assist from George Orfanos, and it was tied at 1. A lot of life in the building, and then that play there, again, another one that Chamber Brancato would like to have back. It was Joe Monjone. He was basically on the edge of the goal line, rather. He just put it in front, went off a Brancato's stick. They give an assist late to that one to Maltese, and it was 2-1. The Eagles did fight back, but boy, that really let the wind out of their sails, Larry, giving up that goal. It took them so long to get past Bowen. They tied at 1, and then a minute later, those are just killers on a team.
They hurt, yeah, they hurt. You work, and you get rewarded, and next thing you know, you're behind the 8 ball again, and well, what did... Things happen, and that's not the right word I want. That's the word I don't want to use.
I appreciate you using the things and not something else.
Yeah, things happen, and that's what happened there.
With the win tonight, the Rayside Balfour Canadians will stay in second place in the West Division. They'll edge 1 point behind Blind River, who's in first. Rayside now 5-2-0 on the season, with 10 points. The Eagles will stay where they're at in fourth place, 6 points. Their record will fall to 2 wins, 3 losses, 1 overtime loss, and 1 shootout loss. Our next broadcast here on ESPN 1400 will be the Soo Eagles' next game, a week from Friday, October 4th, as the Soo Thunderbirds will invade Pullar Stadium to take on the Soo Eagles. Larry and I will have the call of that one a week from Friday here on ESPN 1400 around 7:15. Larry, thanks for joining us on this midweek broadcast. Appreciate you on all the broadcasts, and we'll talk to you a week from Friday, my friend.
Okay, thank you. Good night, folks.
All right, that's going to do it here from Pullar Stadium. I want to thank our broadcast engineer back in the ESPN 1400 studios, Alyssa Bradley, doing a great job as always, guiding me along on this new venture here on ESPN 1400. I appreciate her and all her efforts, and appreciate each and every one of you for listening tonight on ESPN 1400 and watching earlier on Hockey TV. Again, our final score here from Pullar Stadium, the Rayside Balfour Canadians 2, the Soo Eagles 1. You have been listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on ESPN 1400.